Western Australia. Okay, so you guys had a separate one. Never actually saw Big Dog as a kid, we had Fat Cat. Ah, okay, so it was a regional thing then. Don't remember Big Dog, but you do remember Prime Possum. Gotcha, alright.
We'd like to remind everyone that some of the programs to follow are possibly...
I never saw this one, because this seems like it was Adelaide and Perth.
not suitable for children.
Little Berenstain Bear looking things, but they're meant to be cats.
So from all of us at Channel 7, it's good night, girls and boys, and sweet dreams.
This is giving you nightmares. This is terrifying. You have all been brain poisoned by Five Nights at Freddy's and the recent horror epidemic of what if animatronic is actually scary? No one found this scary as a kid. This is all everyone projecting backwards under the past. Like, oh, it's so scary and terrifying. No, everyone loved these. It's just now you're like, oh, it's like the horror games on Steam that they sell for $1 and they go, oh, what if the animatronic come to life? Okay, Grandma. Yeah, they were not scary. They were a little silly and weird looking, but they weren't scary. Okay, Grandma. That looks like Glamrock Freddy shit? No, Five Nights at Freddy's looks like this. That's like saying you're terrified of like fat people because a fat bastard in Austin Powers or an evil fat villain. This doesn't look like Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's looks like this. You have worked yourself around to project onto the past like, look how scary this was. Oh, we didn't know. Yeah, motherfucker. Scott Cawthon probably wasn't even born yet. This hadn't even been dreamed up as like an animatronic horror story. It's just people in costumes to say, good night, boys and girls. Have a lovely sleep. Yeah, I generally think that Five Nights at Freddy's has caused people to associate anything animatronic and anything mascot related as terrifying. They see it and like, oh, 587, purple guy. It's like these are perfectly innocent and cute goodnight messages to say goodnight to kids. It's just because you associate them with horror games that took this aesthetic and like, look, it's a thing from your childhood, and now people completely divorced from this childhood are like, this is their only association in the horror game. The Dracula effect? Okay, now hold on. What do you mean the Dracula effect? Because if people just like chill with Dracula beforehand, like Dracula on a surfboard, surfing Dracula, like giving him a high five in the street, the Dracula effect. In equilibrium, politicians give every sector positive protection. This induces Pareto inefficiency of public information is too little. What the f does that mean? How does the Dracula effect from the Barcelona School of Economics and voter information and trade policy have to do with Five Nights at Freddy's and the association with mascots? What is the Dracula effect? I am befuddled. Dracula used to be scary, now he's sexy. Okay, that's when I know you're too young because you are pretending as if vampires as a whole in every piece of fiction weren't meant to be sexy and a way of exploring sexuality in a time where they were not considered acceptable to write about those topics. What do you mean Dracula now is too sexy when he used to be scary? That's the fucking start of Dracula. Unless you mean go back to like the fucking 1400s. The act of turning a human to a vampire is intensely sexual. The act of feeding, having your blood taken from you, is literal penetration and liquid coming out. Pardon? People for the first time considering that no, you don't need to clip that. That's a Twitch chatter brain thing. That's a completely normal interpretation for like 100 fucking years about vampires and Dracula. That was the intended effect. We've been through this. We've been through this for like hundreds of years of discourse at this point. This isn't even like a, oh my god, sus, whoa, she said a crazy thing. This is like me saying water is wet and you go, holy fuck, is there sauce? People in chat are like, I missed when Dracula wasn't a sex metaphor and he was scary. They're just like, whoa, she said penetration. Who could ever think this? I'm gonna like throw books at you and make you read them. I don't know where the Dracula effect's written. No, the Dracula effect is voter information trade policy is a completely random thing. I don't even know how that relates to this. I don't even remember who said it. Yes, getting bitten by an animal is an act of penetration. Liquid comes out 24. No, animals aren't an act of sex. That's you being a zoophile. An author writing about vampires going up to people in the middle of the night in their bedroom to penetrate them, get close to them intimately, sometimes caressing them and hugging them to then take their blood. Yes, that is intimate because they fucking wrote that as a story intentionally. An animal biting you like a dog on the street is not sexual because that's a dog on the street. not a human being. Should not be so hard for people in chat to understand. I'm going to start a book club and start making you fucking read. I swear to fucking God. Your great-grandmother in school. Okay, sorry, women weren't allowed to be in schooling back then. Your great-grandfather of an affluent upbringing in school would have been, oh yes, what a contemporary idea about sexuality that is in a repressed age. Meanwhile, you're here like, who could ever think this? I just... Full chats read /lit /100 books list. No, because they're fucking trolling. If I make someone read an image board's recommended literature list with the Bible at the top, chat's gonna come out like mentally stunted in a different way. And then the people from the image board are gonna point and laugh at them because they wanted that to happen. We're at the point where we're like, oh, who could ever think vampires are sexual? Such a weird modern thing. Maybe we should start a book club. I swear to God. Like, we gotta start making the Twitch chat read. Especially considering I just finished Fahrenheit 451. Like, this is especially relevant. You're not clubbing me with books? The throwing the books at you will continue until the reading comprehension improves. Book club with limited Playboy articles? Okay, that's kind of funny. That could be something. I don't see that big twist with Judas coming a mile away. Ready to Kill a Mockingbird. Okay, but you don't get to say the word in chat. You don't get to say the word in chat. You have to be respectful about it. How much of a book can you read while it's flying towards you? A couple pages. 1984, literal 1984. God damn it. Very Chinese wuxia cultivation slop. You know, I do need to at least read something from wuxia because I'm very underprepared on that. I don't know the basic rules of it. So anytime I see something, I'm just kind of in awe and not understanding what I'm looking at.